and welcome back to Empire War Thrawn's Revenge mod, the Bacta War campaign. I am playing as the New Republic, and this is the situation. Last time, using speed to my advantage, and with the help of the boys, the New Republic was able to capture Kuot.
Oh, there we go. I've won.
Corellia,
and they're all dead.
and Denon.
Oh, we won.
This left the Empire so rattled that they ran away when I sent a fleet to deal with them at Dara 4. So, has my winning streak continued this time around? Yes, but first I had to deal with a few defeats. While I was getting my bearings, building ground forces and new ships here and there, Zinj's Empire sent a small fleet to Brendel 4. I, thinking myself a military genius, thought I could deal with this small force with the basic system defences. So, did I? No.
Shit.
As a part of the basic defence, I had access to a Dolon 1, a frigate shipyard, and a small trading station. These defences provided me with 2 assault frigates, and 1 in reserve, 2 Nebulon B support frigates, and 1 in reserve, a few Corellian corvettes with a few in reserve, and a handful of starfighters with a handful of starfighters in reserve. I was up against 2 Imperial Star Destroyers and a small support fleet. The first stage of my defence strategy involved sending 4 Corellian corvettes and a fighter squadron or 2 around through the nearby asteroid field.
Try and use the asteroid field against them. If I can.
At your command.
You guys deliver it.
Armed and ready.
A plan the enemy noticed, and so I decided to throw them against one of the Star Destroyers, which did nothing more than provide it with some target practice.
Yeah, get into the asteroid field. Might not bother to shoot then.
Squadron reporting. Enemies
Good.
incoming. Ready for action. Guns at the ready.
Get rid of the fight. It's not going to do something.
I then brought in the rest of the fleet into a head-to-head engagement with the enemy fleet, which went well. My fleet was able to take out the support fleet, even killing one of the hero units in the system.
Primary targets acquired. Yes. Ready to fire.
However, the Star Destroyers didn't take kindly to this, and tore my fleet a new one. They then destroyed the Dolon 1.
Destroyed.
Torpedo launchers are gone.
It has been. Oh no, they're moving forward. They're moving forward.
At this point, the reserved reinforcements had arrived. I threw them at the Star Destroyers, and they all died.
Our engine is down. Y-wing standing by. Target those early resistance. Form up.
Yeah, we're not piercing their shields. Right, everyone just punch your enemies.
And with no way of winning, I selected auto-resolve, and the battle was over. Zingj and his empire had won this round, and soon they would win another.
This time we did an auto-resolve.
That's annoying, but we did some damage. After the space battle of Brendel 4, I continued adding new ships to the fleet and building up ground defences. I even sent out a few spies to see what my enemies had in terms of fleets and ground forces.
That's a fleet. That's the fleet that ran away last time.
Then I noticed Zinj's fleet was still sat above Brendel 4 and hadn't yet sent down any ground forces.
Oh, I can't afford anything more. They've not attacked me yet. So whilst they're busy just sat there looking menacing.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
Realising this, I set about building up some more ground units to help defend the planet. Then the ground attack came, as if they knew my intentions. Now, the ground battle for Brendel 4 was on. This battle started okay at first. Due to the structures I had placed, I had a decent sized defence force to work with, and I immediately got to work on placing defence turrets on nearby build pads, along with command post barracks. Until I ran out of money.
Oh, I've now out of money.
We've secured a build pad.
This ground battle would soon turn into an absolute mess.
Destroy it. It's dead. Attack that instead. Attack them instead. Oh, and they obliterated me. Fair enough.
Then, as I was sending my 2 heavy tanks, along with most of my remaining forces, to deal with their heavy tank, this happened.
Oh no, I even heard them say bombardment ready. Oh, they know those tanks existed. This is this fight. Oh, this is over.
Not long after this, I admitted defeat and clicked auto-resolve.
I'm not sitting here watching that, just watch us lose. We already lost.
After 2 defeats and the loss of Brendel 4, morale was low, and so I sent a ground force to Dera 4, where the Empire had dug in.
A Moth Palace. They're not going to get much of the Moth Palace anyway, so let's go for it.
Construction complete.
Invasion commencing.
I landed some troops, brought in some tanks for support, and sent them marching towards the nearest Imperial held command post, and killed every Imperial on sight rather quickly. The Empire was in fact not dug in. Their aim was poor, and soon the planet was mine.
We are victorious.
After containing victory, I begun the construction of ground and space defences for Dera 4, and then I started planning towards the recapture of Brendel 4. I sent a spy to give me information on the space and ground defences for Cardia.
I need to know how big this fleet is. I may just be able to go deal with it. I can go deal with that.
I formed a fleet over the planet Borleus.
Setting course.
I saved the game and sent the fleet in after them.
Complying with orders.
Cardia, fun fact, gets destroyed by the Sun Crusher, which is it's a ship. The Sun Crusher's a ship that can destroy a system sun. I'll probably do a separate video on it. No, good sir, because I can, you're going to do a video on it now. Side note. The Sun Crusher was one of the most powerful superweapons ever devised, developed by a team of Imperial scientists led by the researcher Quay Zux, under the watchful eyes of Imperial Admiral Natasi Dalla at the secret Moore installation, an area of space surrounded by black holes. The Sun Crusher was a nearly indestructible craft that was no larger than a starfighter and was capable of unleashing destruction on a magnitude that dwarfed even the Death Stars. Unlike the Death Star, which destroyed individual planets, the Sun Crusher could destroy an entire star system by causing its target star to turn into a supernova. During the Jedi Academy trilogy, these 3 books here, the Sun Crusher was used to destroy the Cardia system, the very system I happened to be invading. To destroy the Sun Crusher, Jedi student Kip Duran piloted the Sun Crusher into one of the black holes at the Moore installation. Anyway, after my forces jumped into the system, I ordered my interdictor cruiser to activate its gravity wells.
And they're just going to sit there, so I'm going to move in. I'm also going to do this.
Interdictive.
They won't be leaving.
Which would keep Zinj's forces from running away. My fleet then took on the enemy in what would turn out to be a rather costly battle. For them.
They win this, and we won.
I only lost 1 drilling corvette, which I easily replaced.
Vehicle in
In fact,
production.
I should build some more.
Vehicle in production.
Constructing unit. Vehicle in production.
After the space battle, I now had my plans set on capturing the planet, a task only achievable by 1 specialised task force, a task force known only by a simple codename and their legendary achievements. The Boys. With the boys victorious, Brendel 4 was ripe for retaking. I sent in a boffin spy and discovered that in space they had a singular Victory-class Star Destroyer and what looked to be a lonesome trade station. I pulled from the main fleet 2 Star Destroyers, a single carrier, and added the boys for support. I then sent them speeding on in to Brendel 4. After my small fleet had arrived in the system, I discovered that I had been deceived. Zingj's empire had more than a singular Victory-class Star Destroyer and a trade station. No, they had a Golon 2 and a frigate shipyard. I, for a brief moment, thought I'd screwed up and was about to lose 5 hero units and a single carrier.
This shall certainly be interesting.
But then, I did this.
One big problem at a time. Now I think that's about to get destroyed.
And Zingj's forces then did this. Once victory was mine, I pulled the boys away from the fleet and sent them down to recapture the planet.
Invasion commencing.
This battle turned out to be one of the most hectic and longest so far.
Leave, just everybody leave, this is...
But before all of that, I noticed what appears to be a small texture glitch.
I don't think I'm meant to be able to see that.
Construction
It's fine.
complete.
Fine.
For action.
It's not there. It doesn't exist.
Then, I had the boys go about their business, and after a while, Brendel 4 was once again mine, and was once again a part of the New Republic.
Glad they retreated. Boom, there we go, battle 1.
Planetary control achieved.
I paused, I saved, I sat back. I had started off with a couple of defeats, but I was able to bring it back and the story had been continued, and in the south I was now making preparations to deal with a large threat. But for now, that would have to wait.